welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back here where we need ya. Back here where we need ya. Yeah, the tease in my life, 'cause we got him on. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right, give it a stretch. Oh, that's good. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to untilit.works, a thing I made mostly for myself to be able to work on projects I've been meaning to work on, because I'm the type of person, if I don't make time, I'll never find time. By doing untilit.works, it allows me the opportunity to be to work on projects I've been meaning to work on. Because I just realized that I have a trip coming up and I wanted to get some like promo stuff made. I'm doing a bunch of workshops and I realized, oh yeah, I should probably print some stuff. So I'm going to print some things and get them ready to go ahead and give out to folks. So yeah, it's gonna be cool. All right, and yeah, and I'm just gonna do it in one filament. Sometimes I'll do it like in stripes or whatever, but I think it's gonna take too long. And I have a whole bunch of like filament that I need to go through anyway. So yeah, so I'm gonna be working on that. I'm gonna change some stuff on it a little bit and then print it because I want to update some things. But other than that, things like that is what I try, because if I don't make time, I'll never find time. And by doing untilit.works, it allows me time to be able to like set aside to work on those things. So now untilit.works consists of a cipher, and a cipher is a 3-hour block of time. Within each cipher, there are sessions. There's a work session and a break session. Work sessions are like 45 minutes, heads down, working on, trying to make some progress, like me setting up the machines to get this thing printed. Then break sessions around 15 minutes after the hour. I'll pop up on your screen to remind you to take a break, get up, walk around, and or drink some water, and or sit here and watch me talk about something I found interesting on the internet. Either way, I really need to cut my hair. I'm looking at the preview. Either way, let your mind not worry about the thing you're just focusing on during the work session. All right. So like I mentioned, I'll pop up on the screen. If you ever come to the site and we're in the middle of a break session, the video may look like it's frozen. And that's because browsers don't allow for autoplay video with audio. And that's why the notice they're saying may need to click play to start the stream. All right. Next to that is an open close caption button. I am using the speech recognition API that's built into Chrome browsers to turn my speech into text. So if you click that button, a space will open up next to the video, and hopefully the words I'm saying will be transcribed accurately and placed in that space. All right. Now, there are 2 buttons below that. Don't worry about them. They're broken. I'll fix them at some point. All right. Then there's a countdown timer, counting when the next work session will start. And then if you like to join the chat room, ask questions, you can do that with the join the room button. All right, cool. Let me show y'all what the work session will look like so you kind of know your way around there. All right, so now in the upper right hand corner, if you check out subscribe, that's a list of all the upcoming ciphers you can subscribe to get notified when we go live. On the left is an audio player, so if you want to listen to some tunes while you're working on, you can do that there. Here towards the center, we have a to-do section where it says add a task. You type in your task, hit enter or the plus button. Now then add it to the list of tasks. You can edit the task by clicking the text. You can delete it by clicking the X button. Or if you want to mark it complete, click the checkbox. Now then send it to the done section. If you click that header done, it'll show you all the things you got completed, like little check marks next to them. And if you click the Twitter icon, it'll open up Twitter and it'll pre-populate a tweet listing out all the things you got completed with like little check marks next to them. Kind of, you know, a visual way of showing, you know, you got some stuff done, feeling good going through it kind of thing. Over in the right column, we have a countdown timer, counting when the next break session happens, again, like 15 minutes after the hour. View tutorials. So if you don't have a particular thing that you want to work on and you still want to feel productive and you hear that web development sounds pretty good, but you don't know where to start, I have links to Free Code Camp and the Odin Project. And from what I've seen from the curriculum, if you complete those programs, I think at the end, you'll have a good understanding of what it takes to do web development. And then from there, you can make an educated decision on whether or not you want to spend more time and or money in pursuing it. So those are there. Now, if you're already into web development and you may be looking for like a cool project where you can kind of like start and finish, and during that process, go ahead and get your creative juices going to where you can like extend that project or maybe create something brand new,
I have links to 3 tutorials that go to the Vonage developer platform. I'm a JavaScript developer advocate at Vonage, and part of my responsibilities are look over tutorials to make sure they're cool. So, for example, one of them is you follow the tutorial, you have this application with an input box and a call button. You put your real-world phone number in the input box, hit call, and your real-world phone will ring. And you'll be able to have a conversation back and forth between your phone and the application. Then there's one that's the opposite, where you get a virtual number. You link that to your application you create following that tutorial, and then from your and then you'll be able to, from your real-world phone, call that virtual number and answer in the web application that you have there. And there's one where like 2 users like log into an application and one can call the other through the browser and have a conversation back and forth. So those are there. If you want to check them out, I think they're pretty cool. All right, Hako will come back to. Show and Tell sign up. If you want to come up here and talk about something you found interesting on the internet, feel free to do so. Show and Tell will walk you through that process. Now, Hako. Hako stands for Help a Coder / Creator Out. It's a thing I made that if you ever get stuck working on you're working on, you can create a Hako, which is a room that you can then invite people to join the room. And the hope is that together as a collective, you'll come up with a feedback and or solution on the thing that you're working on. So if you were to click View Hako, all right, it'll show you all the different Hakos that have been created. You can click the username to the creator's username to open up Twitter or GitHub, depending on what they logged in with, to check out the profile to see whether or not you'd like to request to join the room. I also add this filter by keyword list. So if you're looking for a specific subject or like topic, maybe it's in the keyword list here, and you'll be able to filter the Hakos down by that. All right. Now, when you click Create a Hako, you're presented with this form. You put in a title and 3 keywords. You click the Create button. It'll generate a unique URL that you can then copy and or click to share to Twitter. Now, when you join your Hako, it looks like this. We have the title here at the top. Over on the right-hand side, you can leave with the Leave button. Open the menu for some more options. We got text chat here to the right. On the left, we have the countdown timer, counting when the next break session happens. Again, like 15 minutes after the hour. You can then copy the URL again, and you can click to share to Twitter. Now, when someone clicks your link, they just don't automatically join your room. They're going to be requesting to join your room, so they'll show up under pending. You'll be able to click their username to open up Twitter and or GitHub, depending on what they logged in with, to check out the profile to see whether you like to approve or deny them. Now, if you do approve them and they turn out to be a terrible person, you can always ban them and kick them out your room. Now, you as the owner of the Hako, only you can share your screen, because again, the point of the Hako is where you get the help and or feedback on the thing that you're working on. I think by being able to show your to be able to share your screen, you'll be able to provide the context for the folks who are trying to get you to help and or feedback, because they can see what you're seeing. All right. Now, like I mentioned, the way you communicate through the Hako, we have a text chat here to the right. You put your message here to the bottom, hit send, it'll add to the list of messages. I also add ability to enable audio chat. So anybody who has their audio chat enabled will be able to speak to and hear each other. But don't worry if the folks who don't have the audio chat enabled, they'll still be able to follow along, because what people are saying will be turned into text and put in the text chat. Now, let's say you can't look at the Hako because you're working on something else. You can do the opposite by enabling text-to-speech. So if you're not looking at the Hako, any messages put into the text chat will be read out aloud by your browser, so that way you don't need to look at the Hako to be able to kind of follow along with the messages putting in there. All right? And then, yeah, you can check out all the different Hakos that have been created, and that is it. Cool. Let me get y'all back to work so I can get back to work, because like I mentioned, I need to edit the file, the 3D file, so then I can start to get it printed. I'm gonna print like a sheet, like what do you call them things? Kind of like a sheet. The metal, I forgot what they're called. Plate, like plates. I'm gonna print a plate of them. I think I can fit like 12, I think was on there or something like that. And so I'm gonna print those, see how they turn out, and then start printing a bunch of them on the other machines so I can get a bunch made. So yeah, I think if I print consistently throughout this whole week, I should have enough for everything, I think. So we'll see. All right, so when we come back, we'll take a look at something I found interesting on the internet. Till then, we're going to send you off with some traveling music. This right here is one of my favorite producers of all time. Goes by the name of Nujabes. It's featuring a Pawnee B. It's called Thank You. Thanks for hanging out. See you like 15 minutes after the hour. All right? Till then, I wish you much productivity. Be easy. Peace.
Let me start from the heart. I just want to stay. I think sugar loves me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. But let me start from the heart. I just want to stay. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity.